Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Clopoiau TV. As I promised you, I'm having here next to me CornelB. Hello, CornelB.
Hello everyone.
Salutare. Probably you have never heard CornelB saying a single word in English so far, but here we go. He's going to make a short presentation of himself in Romanian language, and after that we will go English. So, who is CornelB in Romanian? Of course, Klingonian.
Nu, Romulan.
Romulan. Okay.
Salutare tuturor. Mă cunoașteți sau, mă rog, ați auzit de mine. Sunt Cornel, un om ca toți ceilalți, un... Ha? Mai stau ok. De meserie web designer, de pierdut timpul e Republican. Cam asta ar fi.
So the Romulan introduction is over. Okay, tell us, how did you heard about e-Republic and how come you got so involved in the game? You are a leader of a military unit for more than 4 or 5 years. You are leader of FAR military unit, one of the most known in the game, and so on. How did you heard about e-Republic and all?
Actually, about e-Republic, I've heard on a Romanian blog where the game was not very praised. It was said that, hey, Romanian admins, they are fucking up a game. Look, that's a game that works, run by Romanian, but they're fucking it up. So I was curious. What is that game? What makes it fun? And how are they fucking up? So
you found a fucked up game. It's still fucked up. You are still playing it.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, so you saw the game and you got involved. How come you become a leader of a group of people?
They saw me kind of stupid, so they said, "Hey, look at this guy." Hello.
Clopoiau is very anxious to meet this new guy, so she is here right from the start of the interview. CornelB is a little bit nervous. He's for the first time in front of a camera, so right now Miaura is distressing Cornel, so sitting in an absolutely unusual position, but we will let this aside.
So, as I was saying, I started as a grunt, as a soldier. I started getting involved in first in military factories. I invested at some point in time money in factories. I decided to help the military unit. From there on, administrative supplies,
and so on and so on.
Yeah, and people seem to think that I'm worth something. I'm good. I don't know. I don't agree.
Well, you definitely are worth something, since you are the dictator of Romania for the second or third time or even fourth time.
No, I don't keep count actually.
Well, he doesn't even know how many times he's the dictator of Romania. He was even the dictator of Astyria. That brings us close to the game. What the hell is happening right now in the game? Everybody's fighting everybody. Even some countries that are in the same alliance. What is happening over there?
It's for the past, let's say, couple of months, there has been military diplomatic assault on Asteria, trying to break it up. That was the main goal of several actions that happened in the past months. There was right now, of course, we're seeing the latest episode, the Greek-Hungarian Great War.
Yes. Well, let's take it a bit from the history. 2 or 3 weeks ago, Serbia was erased by a very well-financed Croatia. What happened back then, and how come the biggest nation in the game, Serbia, was erased by a country that, even though has great fighters, in terms of damage, was not on the front line of e-Republic?
It was not in the front line by let's say, a choice of theirs for a long time. They decided to come back in the front line. Okay. So I'm asked to speak louder.
Okay, so speak louder. Come closer to the camera, like
Okay.
this.
So as I was saying, they got erased not by one country, by a combined assault of several countries and at least two people with money. I mean, real money invested in the game.
Meaning Slavian calling, probably.
Yes,
Of course.
two people.
We should not be afraid of saying saying the names.
So their combined efforts managed to catch Serbia off guard at some point. There was some misdirection, some miscoordination, some intentional miscoordination that resulted in Serbia being erased.
So if Serbia was erased, what was rather? Was rather Croatia so strong that managed together with all its friends to erase Serbia, or Serbia was having a bad moment
No,
and was erased because of her?
Look at it
in a
this
point.
way. It was a burst. It was a burst of power. It was a burst of money. It was an assault. It was not supposed to be, let's say, a marathon. It was supposed to be a precision strike, and
With a precise objective.
the objective was, of course, leaving Serbia without Congress. They managed to do that.
Well, even Zlemi said in the interview that he gave me 2 or 3 weeks ago that exactly that was the point, that Serbia cannot be kept under occupation, but he really wanted to prove something, that Serbia can be erased. The times when a big country could be held under occupation right now in the Republic has gone. Is that impossible in this moment?
I think it's hard unless the country is, let's say, not willing to fight, not willing to spend, not willing to get involved, or does not have an active population. Of course,
Yes.
they can be kept under occupation. The attacker only has to, the suppressor,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it, only has to be careful about resetting determination. So
Yeah, okay. You said that Serbia was caught somehow off guard. Was that because of the, let's say, political differences that there are in the country? Because we all know that Serbia was split into parts in the last year or so, and part of the population was on one of the political sides, the other part was on the other. So somehow some people said, okay, Serbia did not fully fought at the maximum potential in this war against Croatia.
that's true. I've read and I've talked to people. They were not all satisfied with the leadership at the time in Serbia. Not all fought their full potential. Okay, the fact still remains: Serbia got its wind knocked off, but you cannot. Croatia knows that. Everybody knows that the big countries cannot be kept under occupation. So yes, it was a show of force. It was a show of look, Serbia can be given can take a beating. Let's say that.
It was like a lesson, I guess.
It was not necessarily directed at Serbia. It was directed at everyone else. Look, we are an alternative to Serbia. We can bring Serbia down. I mean,
It was a show off probably to show the other country that things are possible against Austria.
Against Serbia, actually, because look at it this way: their main goal is to break up Asteria, not to show that Asteria can be defeated. The main goal of these actions is the split of Asteria, the breakup of this power core. I mean,
Don't worry about the chat. We will read the chat when we will have questions. I know it's catching your eye right now on the other monitor. But okay, right now the main thing, the Greek-Hungarian war. Why did this war started in the first place?
well, look at it this way: both countries have the same goal: the breakup of
Austria.
On one hand, you have Hungary, who is not satisfied with its role of, let's say, is not satisfied with the fact that it's not having a leading role in an alliance. On the other hand, you have Greece, who wants to form an alliance, but in order to do so, they both need countries from Asteria. So they both started this war, in which Hungary needs to lose so it can cry to Serbia for help, in which Greece needs to win in order to gain support and traction. So it is a common goal between these countries that drives this war. It is not about winning, it is not about losing, it is not about bonuses or regions. It is about involving Romanians against Hungary, and for Hungary crying about those big bad Romanians fighting against it to other Serbia.
Well, it was pretty obvious that Romanian will not fight on the Hungarian side, and they will fight for the Greeks, not necessarily because they like Greeks, but Greeks, and let's say that Romania and Greece have an MPP in the last 7 years, but because they cannot fight for Hungary. If you ask me, I don't care who is fighting, but as long as Hungary is involved, I will fight it against. What the hell? and nobody, I think, can blame me for that. Okay, so you think that this is some sort of a rigged war, but what is the purpose beyond this war? Okay, this war will go, Greece will win, Hungary will lose, the Hungary will complain, Greece will achieve a goal. What is next? What is the goal, the long-term goal?
The long-term goal was for Hungary, showing that big bad Romania is not a good ally for Serbia, is not a good ally for Asteria, is big bad Romania. Come to poor little Hungary, who is willing to be your ally. This was Hungary's goal. That's how I see it, at least. So, what was next? What was next was something that few people expected, or at least they did not expect it, neither Greece nor Hungary, was Romania showing that we are an Asteria country, and we are determined to stay in Asteria, and we are a part of Asteria, and we are not going to give that up because Hungary wants us to, or because Greece wants us to. That's our position at this point in time. We are fully committed to this alliance. We are proving that no matter how much Hungary will complain about this, no matter how much anyone look at, both try to break up Asteria, both try to to put us in a bad position, and we showed them that we are not willing to let that happen. We are not going to be anyone's puppet in this matter. We are not going to be the big bad Romanians for Hungary so they can cry. We are not going to be we are an Asteria member, and we are acting accordingly.
Yes, okay. You told me about the perspective from Hungary. What Greece wants to win from this? Does Greece want to make Romania choose between Greece and Serbia?
Actually, Greece, yes, wanted to do that. Greece's actions were beautifully orchestrated. I mean, they attacked Hungary after. Don't forget that before this, Croatia attacked Hungary, and their attack did not have the intended goal of getting Romania to pummel Hungary and rebuilding Romania. So Greece tried this, and they started shouting, "Come on, let's fight against Hungary." I've even seen, let's say, less than flattering shouts from both Croats and Greeks and even Turks, trying to get us to fight alongside them in this holy crusade against Hungary, the evil Hungary. You have right now an old friend and an old enemy fighting, but they are both fighting to break up something we are a part of now.
So yeah, it's Romania. Will Romania choose not to involve too much into this and pursue its own goal? Because right now, even today, Romania attacked Croatia, and by attacking Croatia, the Romanian Greece MPP broke. Okay. And it broke again. And in this moment, Romania doesn't have an MPP neither with Hungary, never had with Hungary, neither with Greece this time. So literally, Romania is not involved through MPP in this war. Will Romania stay aside from this conflict, or
how would you see us involved there? I mean, first of all, Hungary is not an Asteria country. Both countries, please remember, were Asteria members. Both Hungary and Greece. Well, some could argue Greece was only part, half, quarter, three. Does not matter. Was never fully a part of Asteria. From the point of game mechanics, both Hungary and Greece were members of Asteria. Now, two ex-members of Asteria are fighting. Romania, now without Greek MPP, cannot get involved as a country there by game mechanics. So.
Yeah, so it was easier for you to manage the situation like this, if you can say so.
Look, something had to be done to counter this offensive to break up Asteria, to show that we are determined as a country and as an Asteria member. We will not be played as some people would like us to.
Okay, in this war, there is also a media component. How important is the media trolling? Because today I have over 2,000 friends, and I have seen my feed was full today of shouts like, "Look, I saw a Romanian fighting for Hungary. Look, Romania doesn't have the guts to do this and that." And there are also a lot of trolling articles. Definitely, the other side than Asterian trolling media, it's better than the Asterian trolling media. How important is that? And how many people are willing to believe these shouts, this, let's say, call it propaganda, because in the end that is what is.
Some people choose to look at propaganda. Some people choose to believe. Some people choose to read articles and get informed. The main thing is this: no matter how much
they would insult us, trolls, or no matter how much they would call us slaves. They would what I've had some really interesting PMs. It is an important component. It is important to keep people informed. It is important to counter. It is important to not just sit with your hands on your ass. So
Can we say that right now Serbia and Romania are the backbone of Asteria?
at this point in time, we are the backbone. We are together. We are a team. Together, we work together this month with Serbia, last month with Argentina, 2 months ago with Brazil. It is not about the calling someone backbone. I don't think that's important. Some people like to point these things out. I mean, you are a slave of this. This one calls the shot. But it's not always like.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that. Okay, tell us what happened with Slovenia.
I had an argument, discussion with Titanos on PM about that. He kept on considering that it was a good way to make people fight for Slovenia by accusing them of fighting against them.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, I don't even know.
The only I can say only what I saw at one point. Colonel Bruce was making a shout. I haven't seen any Romanian fighting for Slovenia when they had the 4 resistance wars in the same time. Therefore, I will never fight for them or something like that. And there were 20 or 25 comments.
Well, let me put it this way: it is disappointing to see allies fighting against you for combat orders. Always has been. You always break out at some point and get pissed off. Sure, he lost temper. The important thing is how we move on, how we move past that. There was, I'm glad that an old guy actually decided to come back and get involved these days, Naufragiatul especially. He even got an article.
Really, he's back?
Actually, yes.
Never did not know this, but it's a good news, I think, for Romania.
He even wrote an article, as I said. It's very, very enlightening. Look at it in parallel with Raul Doru's articles and with Vlad Buz's articles. They form a pretty good image of what's going on. If you are willing to look.
Yes,
if you are willing just to say, ha ha ha, they attacked just to drop the Greek NPP, ha ha ha, they attacked to help Hungary. Sure, troll all you want. We are members of Asteria, we are part of Asteria, and we will respond to attacks no matter who is the attacker.
Yes, you told me about Naufragiatul. You were the leader of Asteria at one point. I want to ask you, how important for an alliance it's a mastermind? The mastermind behind the attacks of Croats 2 weeks ago was Zlemi. Who is the mastermind on the Asterian side, and how are those masterminds working together to coordinate the things? It's the first time when I'm having a leader of an actually very strong alliance. I had Colonel Bruce like 1 year ago in the show, but things have changed from that moment. How the leaders of an alliance coordinate the efforts of all the countries in order to achieve a goal? How do they plan things? What is the procedure? Enlighten us.
I pretend to listen to them.
Even when you are the leader?
Yes.
So you pretend you listen to them, but you're acting like you want, right?
But I've got my things to do. Sure, I'm listening. Sure.
Okay, how the orders are spread into the alliance? I know in the past, like 4 or 5 years ago, there were a lot of IRC channels. There are a lot of people fighting, but right now people are using modern technologies like WhatsApp, like Snapchat, like a lot of other things. How
You
this?
use Snapchat?
No, but somebody said yesterday in the stream that I have to make an account in Snapchat.
The Brazilians are using WhatsApp. South Americans mostly are all about WhatsApp because it's convenient. It's on the phone. It's also on the browser. So
Feel free to serve some juice because somebody was saying that I'm too greedy. I'm not offering you anything to drink. So, cheers. We are not drinking alcohol this time because he's a respected member of the Dictator of Romania and he cannot drink alcohol on stream. But I have prepared for him a special surprise at the end of the stream. So don't worry, people. Bad things are going to happen though. Okay, and letting this aside, we will be back to her, but to relax you a little bit because I see you are a little bit tense. Tell us, how did you manage to be the legendary boob talker in e-Republic? Or the legendary boob maker, the legendary boob shouter, the legendary boob feeder?
by getting forfeit points. At some point, I think I was being given forfeit points. Just he must have done something. I haven't posted something today, but hey, forfeit point. Okay.
So you decided since you are getting the forfeit points, you should get a reason for them.
Well, let's just say that not all the forfeit points were undeserved. I used to cross the lines at times, so they were deserved. But okay.
When did this become something ordinary? Did you do that from the start of your e-Republic career?
I have no idea.
You just got yourself waking up with boobs and that was it.
You know, I started posting morning boobs. So
Okay, back to e-Republic.
okay.
The internet, so it's over. Okay, Asteria, the only alliance right now in the game. Why do you think the other countries are not forming an official alliance? And I'm talking about an official good alliance because there is banana or some other crazy alliance between small countries. Why big countries like Hungary, Poland, Spain are not forming a strong alliance to match, at least on paper, Asteria?
Okay. Look at it this way. Poland pissed off pretty much every country there is. Banana is an amazing alliance. Okay. So is nuclear power.
Yes.
But
Hungary wants to be friends with everybody?
no. Hungary would like their Serbian best friend back, let's say, from the evil Romania, and would do anything to see that happen.
So that's again the question. Why they do not form an alliance? There are strong countries. There are the Bulgarian-Chile duo. As I said, there are Poland, Spain. Why they are not working together each other to make an alliance to really match the Asteria? Because everybody say, okay, the whole power is concentrated in Asteria, we cannot fight them. Is that true? They really cannot fight Asteria?
It is about being consistent. It is about not just having simply ups and downs and I have a burst of damage now and the next 10 months I'll be sleeping. It is about being there every day for your allies. Sure, there will be soldiers that will try and will fight for combat orders against allies. There's no way to prevent that.
How important are combat orders? Everybody's saying, okay, combat orders, combat orders. Are really the players so poor in the Republic that they are fighting only for combat orders?
Okay, from my point of view, combat orders both
Excuse me for a moment.
saved and fucked up the game.
Meaning?
They saved the game from a financial / Plato point of view, but they fucked up the game from the alliance / cohesion / group / player bonding element. So back in the old days, everyone is talking about the old days, but yes, you had 50, 100, 150 players on IRC on one channel fighting together, talking, asking for weapons, bonding, creating armies and groups of people. Now you have fighting for combat orders. So
Really, they are gathering for the same thing, fighting, but they are not fighting together. They are fighting for that combat order. Yeah, but back in the old days, people were having, let's say, some sort of patriotism. They are fighting. Okay, I'm Romanian. I'm Romanian. I'm fighting only for Romania.
No.
And a few of our allies. Right now, when a soldier sees a good combat order, literally kind of doesn't care who the hell fights over there.
Remember that also back in the old days you had to scold your soldiers for taking a battle hero on the wrong side. Everything was a lot more watched and a lot more monitored from this point of view. I mean, there have always been mercenaries, that have always been people that were taking supplies from the enemy and fighting for them or not. With combat orders, you can no longer take the enemy's weapons and not fight. But even that was a thing that was bonding people.
So right now, do you think that the game is more individual, not so group based?
Yes, the group was killed by combat orders. Remember, there were Furious Meerkats, there were Lazocrats, there were
Yes, mercenary military units.
mercenary military units like Dream Team is now, or any
Other military unit like this.
Yes. They got killed by combat orders at that point in time. Because it was a lot more controllable to have combat orders actually quantify the damage.
Yes, you were dictator for the nth time. You don't know the count. Definitely.
No, I think I'm dictator on his second time.
Okay. During your dictatorships month or presidential months, definitely you had to do with those combat orders.
Yes.
Is there a combat order management?
No.
You just set the combat order and let them go? Because I seen even in combat orders I see a lot of strategies. Can you unveil some of these strategies?
You have to pay attention to your enemy, to your enemy's combat orders. You have to match, to outmatch, to outwit your opponent when he's gonna set higher, you have to counter. There are, of course, the last minutes. It's not just about setting a combat order. Hey, it will be one, unless it's a meaningless resistance war or something. But we tend this is a universal truth. Anything has degrees of being mastered. I mean, you can be a beginner, you can learn to be better or not. It is your choice, it is your freedom.
When you go to a campaign, definitely you are also making some financial calculations. To sustain a campaign against a country, I like an Assyrian member, like Romania, how much money are you
I
needed?
don't. Lots. Lots.
You don't make plans ahead? Or you just go and say, okay, we are going to need like 2 millions and another 3 millions tomorrow. We don't have them. What do? We gather them. How a war
look
is
at it
organized
this way,
financially?
in a round, as much as a 500,000 will easily fly away if it is disputed. So when you say 1 million, I say 10, 20. Ask Colin or Zlemi how much what was their most expensive round. Mine was at 3 something million, for example.
As let me say that the whole Serbian war costed him personally 13 million currency.
Shit.
Shit happens.
It is at some point, you look at that money, say, where did it go? It is a circle. It is a
Circle in which the money are gathered to some person, they are to some people, they are ready to finance the war. Then through the combat orders, those money they are spreading around to the fighters, and then again another process, another few months till the money are again gathered around in a few accounts.
yes. So
Yeah.
as I said, combat orders both saved and fucked up the game.
Yeah, in a way. Now I want to ask you pointedly about a few countries and how do you see them now in the geopolitical context of the game, and how do you see them a bit in the future? We have talked about Greece and Hungary earlier. How do you see Serbia? Because everything somehow revolves around Serbia. Let me put it this way. Serbia and Poland were the most important countries in the game. Right now, nobody trusts Poland, and even if Poland is strong, nobody wants to have anything to do with them. Therefore, everything looks at Serbia. Okay, Serbia is somehow the leader of Assyria, right? Okay, so how do you see Serbia evolving in the next future, and how do you in the near future, and how do you see that political fight that is inside Serbia after this month, for example, or in the next period?
So you're asking me what the future holds?
Yes.
Am I some kind of mind reader or something?
Well, as a leader, you have to foresee somehow the future, I guess.
Yeah, sure. From this point of view, we are reactive, not proactive. I mean, as you have seen, the integrity of Asteria has been under continuous assault. There have been the Croatian-Hungary war to try and pull Romania. There has been the Greek-Hungary war to try and break Asteria. There have been before that campaigns. There have been before that attempts to create distrust and bad blood.
Okay, then let me ask you some very uncomfortable question. Let's say that Romania and Hungary will fight tomorrow. On which side Serbians will fight? Do you think that the Serbians will fight? From your point of view, your perspective.
Some will fight for Hungary, some will fight for Romania.
So they will cancel each other.
I don't. I don't even. I'm not going to presume to say, hey, Serbia will do this or that. It is. As I said, I am not a mind reader. Those who consider themselves our friends will fight for us. Those who consider themselves more Hungary's friends, but why? Why create the split?
Because probably at one point in the game, Serbia will have to choose between
Why?
Romania and Hungary. Because at one point, Romania and Hungary will fight again. In my opinion, do you think that it's no longer possible?
Anything is possible, but why?
Why not? Definitely Romania won't start this war, but there is a lot of hate in Hungary, and the last attempts of natural enemies had positive votes. They didn't have 66%, but they had something like 55, 56%.
Okay, look at it this way. In this situation, Hungary is the one who feels they have to do something. They want to show that Romania, as I said, is the big bad wolf, and that they are the good guys, and everything should come to them. I don't agree with that point of view. Look at this. They will fight for the bigger.
Combat others, as you did before in the chat. Okay, let's talk about a bit about countries that we have not approached yet. How do you see Bulgaria in this situation? Where is Bulgaria standing? Has pretty decent damage, in my opinion.
It's a weird position for.
Please explain it for my viewers, if possible.
Okay, for a long time, Bulgaria, along with
Chile, of course.
I was gonna say Fyrom, have been
Okay, say it.
have been gridlocked against Greece. Their damage was locked there as long as along with Greece's damage. They are now free of that eternal conflict, but they have proven themselves as enemies of Asteria by attacking Asteria members. They have Chilean MPPs and affinities. So, from my point of view, they are not allies of Asteria.
Yes, they are locked somehow in a cage over there. Can they escape somehow?
And become what?
Indian. Because it seems India it's a refuge for a lot of countries in this area, in the market area. Okay. Moving to the best ally of Bulgaria, in the past at least, Chile. What happened to Chile in the last period? Because till 2 or 3 months ago, Chileans were everywhere, fighting fierce on all the fronts, being here and there, everywhere in Europe, in South America and Australia. But for 2 months, it's very quiet on the Chilean front.
And then Trico was gone.
So do you think that Trico was holding all that army?
He was, let's say, the one, in my opinion, that was creating the bond that was holding them together, in my opinion. So let me reply.
Okay, somebody says something in the chat, and right now Cornel will reply. And you got the reply through my through my nickname. Okay, what is happening in the American continent? In the past, countries from the American
Northern
continent,
or southern?
northern and southern. Let's take it one at a time. In the past, the damage in the night period of the European time was extremely important. How important it's right now? Talking about the North America, meaning USA, and then about the South America, Argentina, Brazil, and the other countries.
So you're asking me if what night damage is important?
No, if night damage is important, how do you manage this? USA decided to be against Croatia. However, doesn't have an MPP with Romania because of Serbia. In an interview that I had with Green Raps 2 or 3 weeks ago, they asked me why Romania doesn't have an MPP with USA. So I'm asking you this question right now. My reply back then was because of Serbia. Is there another answer?
No. That was a request of some sort. Let's say there is a lot of real life grief from Serbia against America for what happened in there and the bombings, and they are hateful for that towards the in-game America, who has nothing to do with that, but still, it is America. So for them, it is as much as a sensitive subject as Macedonia is for Greece or...
Yeah, because that was the only moment when I saw Serbian fighting for Fyrom when USA landed with an airstrike in the Baikon's area.
See? For them, it is a justified hatred from their point of view.
So, without an MPP, are there any, let's say, relations between the USA and Romania, military speaking? Or they are just two countries that occasionally meet each other on the battlefield on different sides or on the same side of a battle?
How would you see relations?
I don't know. Americans coming to fight to a battle even though they don't have an MPP. For example, for Romania, do we see something like this happening?
I would.
Do you have? Let's put it in a different way. Do you have enough room to ask for help from America in case of need? Do you have relations? Do you have soldiers? Do you have leaders to talk with just in case Romania needs help from USA? Or we will try, or Romania will try to get along without this?
Sure, we have people we can and we talk in the USA, but if you're asking me the time of hey, send me soldiers is kind of gone with the IRC days.
Okay, so that won't happen again then.
Not, it is no longer like the 5 soldiers are no longer
An army.
yes. So I can sure go to people I know there and say, hey, send me soldiers, but
Okay, let's talk about Brazil a bit. In the past, there was a known issue between Romanian and Brazilians because of a known PTO group that was resident in Brazil back then. But right now, Romania and Brazil are on the same side. How did you manage to resolve this let's say, this anger management issue with the Brazilians? How come they come on the Asteria side and they are working quite well with Romanians right now?
They managed to move past that at some point and got bored with being wiped. So they chose to switch. They have proven themselves to be reliable allies again, as they were before. So the fact that they were on the other side was more temporary than anything else.
Okay, and we are getting to one of the last member of Asteria that we haven't talked about yet, China. How much is left from China? That's my question. Is there any Chinese left in the game? Because everybody knows that, like, since 2 years ago, everybody was trying to get to China because it was the only reliable source of 100% bonuses. But right now, the bonuses are gone, so are those citizens. Are there any Chinese left in the game?
As far as I know, Republic is banned in China, mainland, whatever, the Great Firewall thingy. So it's, I don't know.
Okay.
There is also Taiwan, who has more players, less players.
Yes, this is Taiwan and China, basically the nations that matters, let's say, in that area. Okay, you know that thanks to a post in Facebook 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Romanian population, the Serbian population, and the Indonesian population got a baby boom.
Yeah.
And we got something like 18,000 new players in the game. However, being from Romania, I haven't seen those 5,000 new players, neither in military units, neither in parties, neither on the battlefield. So, as a citizen, I'm asking my president, where the hell are those players?
The fact that somebody registered into the game through Facebook, looked at the game, created an account. Log in, create account, we have players. Saw the game, closed the tab, moved on. Does not mean we have 5,000 new players.
So you think it's a dead baby boom? Not only for us, but for the other countries too.
In my opinion, yes, because the game has nothing to offer to newborns. I mean, you look at the battlefield and you see what you do 1,000 damage, and the other guy does 100 million. So, hey, when will I be able to do that? Work and train for about 5 years, and then
You might have a chance.
you can buy the infantry kit and do that.
So there is no future for a new player in the game.
In this formula, no. I mean, unless they do something about the catching up. As unfair as some old players may find it, I believe that an exponential growth formula of strength to, I don't know, you gain 1,000 strength per day, something like a curve. Sure, you never reach the top players, but you get to have some influence. You get to, I don't know, 50,000 strength in a month or something. You get something.
Yeah. Something to get significant, because if you ask me if I would have to restart and play Republic from scratch, I won't do it.
I was actually asked to join ISAPL, SIM, whatever. I wouldn't start over. I wouldn't.
Somebody asked me on the stream, hey Kropo, what advice would you give to a new player that starts in Republic? And I said, go and try to buy a better account. Is that the best strategy?
Is there anything else to do as a low-level player besides working and training for 2 years?
No.
So Then what is the question?
Okay, so nobody's coming from behind. This is it. We are the players of e-Republic,
At
and
this
some of
point in
them,
time,
some of
unless-
them are quitting. How do you see the future of the game? I know you are not a visionary, but how do you think that the game will evolve? Will the game die, as we are saying, for 2 years and a half, or
We've been expecting that and we've been foreseeing that for so long that, you know, I believe this game.
it's immortal?
No, this game lives because it has nothing to replace it. You can play this game at work in a tab, come back, go to IRC, chat, hit for a battle hero, whatever. You can do it at work, you can do it at home, you can. It is not a resource intensive, you can play on any PC.
Yes.
So, in my opinion, this game has no real opponent. I mean, you can play Travian, but oh god.
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same. Okay, the 8th e-Republic anniversary, it's coming, it's on Friday. What are you expecting from the developers? What do you think this is going to bring us?
The one-time only promos, the only one-time ever war stash, combat stash.
For the 50th time.
Yes. It's only today the whatever pack.
So those are your expectations.
Yes, and the 50% discount on energy bars.
Oh, of course. And the gold, don't forget the gold. Very important.
And company upgrades.
Of course.
So yes, exciting things.
In the last event, e-Republic admins tried to revive the community by putting people to fight together, offering rewards for regiments, for people fighting in the same time at the same hour in a big number, and that trend continues. Why? What is your opinion about this? They want to recreate the
group
the joy of fighting in a group.
Yes, and in my opinion, these missions and the regiment missions were the most successful I've seen in a long time, and I believe they also saw that. So I expect we'll see more of those.
Okay, they said it's going to be a long event till the end of the year. Do you expect something to last for 1 month and a half, or do you expect some small missions every week? I know you are not Nostradamus, but you must have some expectations.
A whole month.
Yes, they said that the celebration will last till the end of the year.
Okay.
You did not claim your bomb.
Yes, but I didn't read the thing. Actually, I saw the other Android something game and said, okay, thank you. Claim your bomb and move on.
Okay, before the stream, I got some questions for some people.
Remember me.
Yes, remember me. I'm always delogging from the game. So here are some of the questions from SME again. Some questions for the interview tonight, if you would be so kind. So here they are. For a while, Romania and Greece did not have an MPP. A few days ago, CornelB proposed one to Greece, and it was signed. For the next day, Hungary, natural enemy Greece. Almost immediately, Romania, natural enemy Croatia, which has also an MPP with Greece. Was this natural enemy law to break the Romanian-Greece MPP?
This natural enemy law was to prevent the breakup of Asteria. The natural enemy law was an attack on Croatia. The natural enemy law was not did not have as an intention or as a goal the break of the MPP, but the common attack on Croatia. which was not planned until Hungary decided, along with Greece,
To fight each other.
to fight each other, and Hungary decided to show what the big bad Romania, and they found our weak spots, so tried to exploit it.
Smith thinks that through this action, Romania is trying to support, at least indirectly, Hungary.
I don't give up.
And the next question of Smith was even terror. Will Hungary ever find the balls to set a natural enemy on Romania?
And how would I know anything about Hungary's balls?
Well, Smith thinks that knowing about boobs implies something about balls.
About mine, but not other people's. So no, I don't know.
Well, the last questions of Smith was, we know yellow in Budapest won't be something we will see for the time being. Would we see blue in Budapest, meaning Greece conquering Budapest? I think you already answered to this.
As I said, I think Hungary wants to lose, and I think Hungary wants to point at Romanians helping Greece, because they will help Greece. So Hungary wants to complain about the big bad Romania. And I think it will let itself be whacked.
Okay. After this Hungarian-Greece war, there will be some wounds on Astyria, meaning few countries, Romanians, even though there is no MPP, Romanians, Slovenians, and Argentinians will fight on the Greek side, Serbian, Slovenia will fight on the Hungarian side. How these people will be able again to be together, to heal these wounds and to move over? Do you think there is going to be some, let's say, collateral damage? Like Slovenia said, okay, CornelB says, I won't fight for Romania again. Do you think that these people will change their minds and Astyria will go like this forever? I mean,
What's forever?
well, forever. At least for the next time span, for let's say in the time span of 6 months.
Look, we have put a lot of time, energy, and effort in this alliance, so we will not let it fall so easily as some would like.
Coming to the last question, why Hungary will Hungary do not have the ball? Somebody in the chat says people just like playing safe. That's why 404 balls not found for Hungary.
Yes, people like to play it safe. Big countries like to play it safe. They don't like to be on the losing side. So that's why some countries are not forming an alliance of their own.
Yeah, but coming back to Hungary, Hungary is trying to break Astyria. Let's say that they are going to break Astyria.
Let's say they're not.
Okay, let's make an assumption. Let's make an assumption. What countries do you think that Hungary will want to have in its alliance?
I think you've already seen the cores of countries that are in Hungary's MPP stack.
Well, the Hungarian MPP stack is like half of the republic, if you ask me. They are the...
That's the half they would like to form an alliance with.
Well, but in that half, there are countries that fight each other.
No, because they would lose the Hungarian MPP.
Yeah, that's game mechanic. When I interviewed Zlemi said that the Hungarian Minister of Foreign Affairs are one of the most skilled Minister of Affairs in the game, for the simple reason that they managed to get what they want from every nation.
Okay.
Do you think that that's a characteristic of the Hungarian government and Hungarian foreign affairs since this game started? Because I remember back in the old days, Hungary was the same. They said, okay, we are with you, but they pursue their own goals.
What would you like me to say? The evil bad Hungarians? Sure. Hungary has always been a good political player. I'll give them that. They have always been. Skilled at diplomacy. So yes, they have a good foreign affairs culture.
Okay, there is a question in the chat, and if you have questions, please type them in the chat. What will be Romanian position as in current war between Hungary and Greece? MPPs are split, those are Syria is split, says Living Legend. I think we already answered to this question, but you may say the answer again if you wish.
Okay, since we have shown that we will not let Hungary's little PR stunt break Asteria by attacking Croatia today. We have unfortunately lost Greek MPP, so we cannot get involved there anymore. So
okay, but I have a question right now. Okay, the Romanian Greek MPP has broken right now. After the Hungarian Greek war will end, will the Romanian Greece MPP be renewed, or we can call it a history?
I don't know how this will play out with Greece at this point in time. The fact is that we have conflicting interests right now. They want to break Asteria up. We don't want that. So it's tricky. Yes, I would like the Greek MPP, but on the other hand, you see Hungary exploiting that. You see them trying to break Asteria up, using that against us.
So do you think that in the end Greece will end up on the enemy side of Asteria?
Greece has already chosen that enemy side of Asteria.
Right now it's rearranging the stack of MPPs.
Okay. Rearranging the stack of MPPs. Remember what I said at the beginning of this interview. Greece was a member of Asteria. Arguably, what percent is, I don't know. They accuse each other of a lot of things. I don't want to get into that. The fact is that they are fully pro-Croatian. They have always been. Their MPP stack
Yes, we are. Yes, continue, and then I will read the question of Melvinovic.
Their MPP stack has been shaped accordingly. They have chosen to leave Asteria.
Will Greece drag some other countries that were pro-Asteria on its side?
That will remain to be seen.
Let's say Turkey, for example, will go where Greece is going.
Turkey is already.
Turkey already was there. I think Turkey is happy that Greece.
So what's the question?
Okay, there is no question. What do you think about the coup that Nemesis tried 3 weeks ago when they tried to take over Hungary?
I will be completely honest in this matter. I proposed the same thing in May, on Far's birthday. But unlike Nemesis, I asked the Romanian military units and the Romanian council, what do you want? Do you want fun, or do you want or do you want farming? So the vote, including Nemesis, was to farm and to not start a war with Hungary. In accordance with that, and I respected that decision, I did not start a coup in Hungary at that time. So, what do I think about Nemesis, who did the same thing, although they voted against it and then complained that I didn't support them? It was what the fuck.
Yeah, so that was the explanation where for which the other Romanian military units did not supported this coup. My military unit included, of course.
A vote had already been cast on that in May and rejected. So
Do you think some of the Nemesis group quitted the game? Do you think that was the cause?
most likely, or that was their farewell action. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, maybe it was. Everybody is quitting at one point in Republic and stays in two-click mode, and after 3 months comes back. Hey, what's new?
Yeah,
Same old shit.
I'm bored at work again. So
Okay, you watched closely until another question will come. You watch closely what is happening in the Republic. Is there any nation that impressed you in the last 3 or 4 months? Some nice surprise that you have seen from a nation that you were not expect for? What was a nation that you really liked in the last period? And I'm asking from a personal point of view. For example, I like Portugal. You know, they had that program of raising Division 1 players, and those players right now are all masters. And Portugal even joined Asteria. Do I know that correctly?
yeah,
Okay.
yay!
Yay! So I liked a lot Portugal. Was there any nation that impressed you in a way?
You're asking me to point names. I hate to point names. And say,
I'm asking you to point nations. That's a different thing.
yeah, nations are ruled by people, and when you, impressed me. We've been on the defensive for these past couple of months, so
Okay. You cannot answer that. I understand. Let's grab a little bit of drinks and we will continue. People, if you have questions, reasonable questions of course, please ask them in the chat because otherwise CornelB will leave my apartment and will say heck with this interview. Oh, sorry. Heck with this interview. It was already too long. Does CornelB believe that by doing the natural enemy in Croatia he is draining Greece when in the same time he is helping Hungary, which is in an Asteria country, considering that Greece has most of the help coming from Croatia?
sure that would have happened if Croatia would have decided to fight there, which they didn't. But as I said, Hungary wants to lose there. So I don't think Greece would have lost against Hungary because Hungary doesn't want to win.
Okay, so even though it looks like drowning damage, it was not.
In my opinion, only if Greeks fought for Hungary. That's the only way Hungary would have won, in my opinion.
Okay, what is the goal of this action of Romania in Croatia? That's a question from me, of course.
First of all, is to show that we are united, and we are Assyrian countries, and we will respond to all threats in due time.
Okay, once again, another question for Melvinovic. Serbia is an Assyrian member and they can openly support Hungary, who is not. Why Romania can't support Greece? If I take this into consideration, I understand people who call Romania a slave, although I think Romania just makes more effort to keep Assyria alive than Serbia.
Honestly.
It's a long question. I also had to read it twice. Basically, why Hungary is supporting Serbia is supporting Hungary and Romania is not supporting Greece. That's the question.
Yeah. That's in 99% of the cases we have been able to support Greece. In this case, however, we had to counter the Hungarian PR stunt, as I called it earlier, the attack on Greece, and their excuse to point at Romania as the black sheep of Assyria. So I did not want to give the Hungarian these political and foreign affairs win.
Yeah, so you did not play their games, their game.
Yes. I would not allow them to break Assyria. And by them I mean Hungary and Greece here.
Okay, this Hungary-Greece war was almost the only point of this interview.
Yes, I noticed.
Let's talk. Everybody in the chat was interested in that. Let's talk a bit about Romanian politics. When the dictatorship was introduced, there was something like a council of the best military units in Romania that decided that if the political parties from the other side will do crazy things, meaning putting bad laws, doing other shit, they will interview and introduce dictatorship. Right now, those parties, led by Smeu NY, we all know who this guy is saying that you literally do not give them any chance to do something for the country. How do you respond to these accusations?
Every time they get a chance, they do something to fuck it up. As we've seen the last time when they started giving out citizenships like candy to non-allies.
Yeah, and as those citizenships were given, Romania was afraid of a response from Hungary after the Nemesis coup. Because right after those citizenships were given, in a very short period of time, the dictatorship came back, and in order to prevent a hostile dictatorship. Can you give us some details about that? What happened? In the backstage, of course, something that only you know, and now everybody else will find out.
Okay, everyone fought there was a clone of me.
Okay, reading the chat a little bit right now. So, do you think that for the moment Romania doesn't have a chance with a normal parliament where the other people have a chance to propose law?
Unless the political parties decide to put responsible people in the Congress.
Okay, so that is the answer. Also, you were accused, and I will talk this in Romanian because it only concerns the Romania, and we will be back to English in like 3 or 4 minutes. Toate aceste partide politice te acuză că această pușculiță națională pe care pe care eu o țin, practic suge banii poporului privându-i de fonduri care ar putea fi folosite în beneficiul lor. De ce crezi că te acuză de aceste lucruri pe tine și bineînțeles pe Ionuț și pe toți ceilalți care au fost? Pe toți hoții huo, da.
Acele fonduri nu se adună în alt org în loc să se adune în BNR. Sunt folosite, acele fonduri sunt folosite când este nevoie. S-au folosit, de exemplu, în airstrike-ul în BiH, o groază de bani. S-au folosit în încercările de a salva Congresul Serbiei, o groază de bani. Nu s-a reușit, mulțumim Ungaria. Ne vedem mai departe de ce avem. Da, acele fonduri se cheltuie, acele fonduri există și pentru ele sunt justificate ca și cum ar fi scoase din BNR, dar unii oameni nu vor să accepte că dacă vor ajunge la putere, nu vor avea acces la acei bani.
Ok. Mulțumesc pentru această explicație.
Mordor, yes.
Thank you for the explanation. Sorry for this short Mordor, Klingonian, Romulan intermezzo. Okay, people, last moments of the interview. If you have questions for CornelB, please type them on the chat and CornelB will answer them. Otherwise, we will close the interview and I will show you the surprise that I have prepared for CornelB. In the meantime, Cornel, tell me, how do you see this idea of making streams about e-Republic, this idea of making the game more popular and enjoyable through Clopoiaur TV? You are here, after all, for an interview for a game. I don't think that you ever in your life, even as designer, you were not given an interview about a game.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy shit. I mean, you go to somebody's apartment, you have seen him only once or twice in your life.
Yeah, maybe his naked girlfriend.
Naked meow, right? You come to his apartment, you never know if maybe it's a raper or a killer or a sadistic person. However, you go into an apartment to make an interview about e-Republic. How do you think this initiative blends into e-Republic?
It's a leap of faith, as I see it. And we all have to take those leaps of faith from time to time. So, a good job on the screen, on the streams. Thank you for no more yabba dabba screaming. That was the most annoying thing ever.
Well, unless the advice of the Republic, when I have a feedback from people, I'm trying to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there was an interesting question in the chat. It says, if Asteria alliance will break, where we will see Romania in a new alliance together with who? Yes, you tell us today that Asteria won't break, but just in case, let's say tomorrow you will wake up, it's going to be a hell of an earthquake in the Republic, and you will see Romania outside Asteria, and Asteria will say, hey, there is no more Asteria. What will be the allies that Romania will pick?
I will probably go AFK for a while. But even if Asteria breaks, there are ties of friendship that no matter how some people would like to call them slavery, whatever. There are ties of friendship through battle. There are ties of friendship to battle. There are ties of friendship to fighting together, working together. So any alliance that would start when Asteria would break would have to start from that. But it is firstly through discussion. Look at what happened in the past months with Croatia as an example of what not to do. The only contact Croatia has ever had with Romania was through shouts.
Not other contact?
No, and a congratulatory MOFA message. Congratulations, Mr. President.
So that is how not to build an alliance.
Yeah. Okay, so then you don't want to call names, but I will force you now to do it.
Okay.
Okay, you have 5 fingers. On each finger, put a nation that is loyal to Romania. The most five best allies of Romania.
Boobs, tits.
Yes. Okay, 5 nations.
No, I will not. I will not name names. I will not play this. These are my enemies. These are my friends. These are my no. I will not make short lists of who my friends are.
Okay, so you definitely don't want to call names.
No.
Okay. Okay, people, then I have a better idea. Oh, a better question then. What does Cornel think about the relation between Romania and Macedonia Fyrom? Not even a congratulatory message.
I'm trying to remember, but I don't think so.
So there are not even this kind of relations.
Yeah. Because of our friendship with Greece, there is no relationship with Fyrom. So
Okay. If the friendship with Greece will end, are there any chances?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I very much doubt it.
Okay. More questions on the stream. There are no questions. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I have a surprise for CornelB. He doesn't even know what awaits him. So I will be right back. I'm going to only give you a clue. In my home region, we have a habit. It's called celebrating, and we are celebrating with a thing that it's called horinka. And these are 2 glasses, and we will do it right here live. And maybe after drinking this, CornelB will be able to answer all these questions that he avoided answer right now. Because I have a full bottle that will unleash his tongue. Right now it's a smart politician. Let's see him after 2 or 3 glasses of this. So this shit, oh my god, has 65 degrees. Smell it. It's made at my home from the apples that I make in my garden. So CornelB is going to unleash his tongue after this glass and will tell us everything. So CornelB, noroc, sănătate. Eu nu mă o să țuc mi-e spararu că mai am de condus astăzi, trebuie să-l duc pe om acasă. Da, sănătate.
Sănătate.
Do you want something to eat? Should I bring you some bread?
Bun. Bun.
Okay, I may even consider giving you this as a gift. But only if you tell us who is on these 5 fingers. And who is this finger?
Okay. You really want me to name names and to...
Yes, of course.
Why?
Because after, if you don't say names, I will not be able to shout, "Hey, CornelB said something in 2015," like Zlemi said. Zlemi says, Polish people are pussies. Okay, I cannot shout this if you don't say it.
No, Polish women have pussies. No, that's something to be said. But I would still put on that list Greece. I would put on that list Argentina. I would put on that list Serbia. And look, you really want me to name names, but I would put on that list Austria.
Okay. All 7 nations.
Say what?
6? Come on, man, there are 7. So let's count. Romania,
Okay.
Serbia,
Okay.
China,
Mhm.
Portugal,
Okay.
Slovenia.
Mhm.
Okay, who did I forget? Argentina,
Mhm.
6. And there is not the 7th?
No.
Oh, because Greece is out. Okay, there are only 6. Okay, so instead of 5 fingers, I had 6. Okay, what is the fierce enemy of Romania? The worst enemy. The one that you have the most respect for.
Two different things.
Okay. Okay, then call it different thing. What is the worst enemy and the enemy that you respect the
Okay.
most?
There are people that
And 7th is Brazil. See, there are 7 members in Australia. You are in Australia. You have no idea. There are 7 members in Australia. I know better. Yeah. Okay, who is the worst enemy of Romania? Of yourself? Who do you think is the worst enemy of Romania?
look.
Names.
Some people hate
Or
Hungary.
or I would put another
Some
one.
people hate Poland. See, I'm naming names.
Okay.
But the worst enemy a country can have is herself and making shit mistakes.
Yeah. What is the enemy that you respect the most?
At this point in time, actually, that is a false problem, because unlike most people that have been enemies of Romania, I have always respected my enemies. I have not called them names. I have not called them in derogatory ways. I have always respected my enemies. So respect in what matter? Respect as nation, respect as strategy, respect as
Respect the strategy, as how they are being on the battlefield. Not let's say thinking that they are weak and you are winning the battle anyway.
not.
Okay, let's drop it then. You don't want to call names.
Yes, I hate pointing fingers and saying, hey, you are good, hey, you are bad. I really don't
Okay,
don't
then,
enjoy
then,
that.
then I will ask you a question where you will not have to point fingers and put names because I'm going to do it, but I have to give some explanations.
Okay.
So, please, as a president of Romania,
Okay.
giving the Hungarian-Greek war,
Okay.
right? Send a message to the Greek people.
The message is simple. We have always been friends, even if at this point in time we have conflictive interests. And I really hope we will still be friends. And as I said, I would still count Greece in those 5. But at this point in time, they are trying to break up Asteria, and we cannot accept that.
Okay, perfect answer. Send me a message for the Serbian people.
Boobies.
Send me a message for the Romanian people.
Okay, boobies or ass?
Seriously, no!
Okay.
Okay, we really want some more from you. Okay, and that's the next one. But don't worry, people, I will not get CornelB drunk.
Yeah, right.
We will stay here till at midnight, and eventually he will say everything that he avoided to say. So cheers again.
Îl dai peste cap, îl dai peste cap.
Bă, trebuie să ții contul cu cine vrei să te duc acasă dacă te înveți.
Ce taxiune?
Nu?
Really?
Nu. Ce crezi că-l chem?
Am înțeles, dar ce nu e aplicație?
No. Insights wants for you to be face to face with Zlemi. Well, that's impossible. But talking about Zlemi, okay, Romania and Croatia were friends in the past. They were the renowned Romania. You and I fought for this Romania together back in the past.
Yeah.
What happened with those nations going on different paths? How come such strong friends right now they are enemies?
It was pretty much as what happened today in northeastern India, where Croatia ignored Balkans and focused on India. It was what eventually broke Eden. So, no, we don't want to go back to that.
Okay. So the fact that Croatia went to India, you think that eventually broke it?
No, the fact that they would not come out of there.
So they went there and did not give a shit about what is happening.
They were too busy there.
Okay. Honest answer. But though I want to ask you something more close to the present. Like 2 or 3 months ago, Romania made an airstrike in Indian region.
Yeah.
Yes, and they attacked a few countries over there. I forgot exactly what countries.
Pakistan and India.
Pakistan and India. But they did not touch Croatia.
Yeah.
Why? Because everybody was saying, okay, they wiped Pakistan, they wiped India, a few regions, there were 2 or 3 regions for each country, and the next should have been Croatia, but Romania stopped before attacking Croatia. Why?
There were plans that were never finalized, so we didn't.
Oh, okay, so you didn't. Okay, so that was the interview. Any last words to the people that literally typed a lot of things in the chat during the interview? Oh, look, a question from Dude MP4. What do you think about Thailand?
Nuclear power, of course.
Nuclear power. And well, that was a group that broke from Serbia and went there and created their own group, their own, let's say, network of relation. Is Thai a different Serbia? Or is this a way of controlling somehow Asia? Or having over there a bastion or something?
Thailand has a mind of its own, has a politics of its own, and if you look at Thailand's MPP set, it's nowhere near pro-Serbian, so I would say Thailand is an independent entity.
Okay. Cristian Radoveanu asks in Romanian language if for the 1st of December we go to Budapest.
Go to train station, buy ticket, visit Budapest.
Esme, sorry about what is going to happen to you after the interview is over in my apartment.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for you too.
I brought good lube, so yeah.
Okay, people, thank you very much for watching. That was the interview with CornelB. Of course, after the stream, we will finish this and we will see what happens after that. Thank you very much, Cornel, for being here with us. Now I have the final question. I will
Okay.
have like 5 final questions.